We've definitely been speaking about the season of 24 and the special group that we would have.
I really wanted to go to a school where we were going to compete for a national title every year. I knew that they were going to push me to be the best soccer player I could be because they're going to want to win. They want me and all the girls in my class and everyone on this team to be the best soccer player they can be.
We were really intentional with the amount of time we spent with each other. You could see in our style of play that we were sharing the ball more. It just felt like we felt more as one. Not having a home field, you don't realize what it is until you don't have it.
Knowing that we were going on the road, I was like, oh, I hope that we can bring out how good we truly are.
I think that it was a blessing in disguise because I don't think that we would have grown as close if we didn't travel.
Regardless of the circumstance, the field, the pitch, the weather, I think that the group just went out there and played the best that they possibly could. I was just proud because it takes a lot of resilience. During preseason, we went to Galway Downs and we stayed in the farmhouses and spent time together and all of that. People felt after that like we'd actually bonded as a team. Everybody just enjoyed spending time together. The fact that we gelled so quickly and so tightly and could read each other in soccer moments, I thought was incredible. As a coach, you go into every season being a little like, this is the year, we're gonna win it, we're gonna do it. But for the past 3 years, we've been saying 24 we know is gonna be a special year. I think that the group made no excuses and just went out there and played the best that they possibly could. They knew it was their last go around, and for better or for worse, they'd seen previous seasons where we had to watch other teams win, and I think this year they knew we just weren't gonna accept that again, and it had to be our year. We used a phrase where we said, we didn't just want to win this last year, we had to win.
And it is a goal! Sampaio puts the Trojans on the board.
Cal has scored. George, the freshman, her second goal of the season.
USC, and it's 2-0.
It's a shoot and a goal from number 5, Miley Hayes.
Easy goal from Alagoa. What a through
got
ball.
a rebound score in the first seconds.
Inez Darian,
Her first goal of the season.
Off of the block, PK sends it to the back of the net.
Ayo sends it directly, and she scores. What a goal!
It was just in the back of our heads the whole time. It was like, we want that ring, we want that trophy. And then when it came down to the UCLA game, it was like, oh wow, we could really do this.
This year, we had an amazing opportunity to play in the Galaxy Stadium, and it's just a completely different feel. You feel like a pro, and therefore you play like a pro. And we told the players that. We're like, you're given the environment, and if you truly want to be a pro and you want to live up to these moments, you have to be able to perform in these big games on the biggest stage. That gets you really excited, but at the same time slightly nervous, because I'm like, oh my gosh, we have the opportunity to do something so big for the university, be the team that everybody's talking about. With that, you can also lose that.
We always felt short in the years before. We always played UCLA and then we lost. One more game, guys, we got this. It was just the difference between wanting to win and having to win, and that was basically the Big Ten championship right there.
Throughout the week, we just really prepped the team and tried to make sure that they felt prepared. My coach who taught me coaching, he said, the team that will win will be the team that can handle the nerves better. And so you need to just go out there and play.
Was insane. I'm still looking at the trophy in my mind. But it was just the stage in which we did it on. We did it at the Galaxy Stadium. Who gets to play in there? I don't know any college team that does. And I think that it was a stage plus the fans.
When we won, it was the best feeling ever. But at the same time, this was expected. Like, this was expected of this team, this was expected of this program. I think the whole goal all of season was to be the first team to win the Big Ten.
Everybody knows, like, you look at the slate of 18 amazing teams and you're like, only one person can win though.
We were just winning at such a fast rate. I think that we all were just like, okay, like, we have the skill set, we have the talent. We can make this game ours if we want to. And it was kind of just like, okay, like, let's show them what we've got.
In the St. Louis game, they did not back down no matter what.
When I scored and Kayla scored, it's honestly so poetic. We have obviously been here since freshman year. We've seen the highs, we've seen the lows. We just look over at each other and we know that we have each other's backs. We do notes before the games, and she had written me a note. I vividly remember this. This is our year, and we both kind of united in that.
Here comes Miley Hayes.
And she scores! The Trojans are going.
That weekend was hard because we only had 1 day of rest between games. So it was kind of being able to put those emotions aside and say, okay, that was tough. And now we have to put that behind us and focus on Wisconsin. I thought we played really well against Wisconsin. So it was just, that kind of shows how resilient the team was last year from the standpoint of, yes, we didn't lose St. Louis, we won, whatever, it was a good win. But that game should not have gone the way that game went. So it was putting that behind us and coming back and saying, okay, that game is what it is, we won, let's go use that as motivation to not have it happen again.
We truthfully had no easy games, no easy opponents. They're playing for everything.
I mean, a freshman, you step on the field and, like, I went in as a sub, but it was like, oh my God, my heart rate's at 180. Like, this is one of the biggest games I've ever played in my life. But it was, I looked at the seniors on the team, I looked at Elena Sampaio, Brooklyn Courtnall, and I saw them in their resiliency. Like, they were unfazed by the moment. They were never scared of that moment. And so their resiliency, their courage, their bravery was like, it was like they were, like, obviously on the field with me, but they were, like, in my head being like, okay, here we go, stick this tackle, do this, do this, do this. So it was that, they all helped me so much from that standpoint.
SC on 3, 1, 2, 3, SC! Let's go!
Knowing, like, they went onto the field and they genuinely thought and knew we were going to win every game, as a coach is something like you can't really create. You always hope to repeat, but might be the hardest but most important part. It's also always difficult, like, playing knowing that if you don't win, that's your last game. Like, inevitably it goes through everybody's heads. You're just kind of really getting going into battle and hoping for the best.
And now it's all down to this. If Wake Forest misses, this shootout continues. And if they make it, it's over. Wake Forest move on to the Final Four.
To end in PKs, like, kills all of us. And of course, as a coach, like, that's the one that eats me alive.
PKs are, there's a science to them, but it's also just like the luck of the draw sometimes. And I think that it's no one person's fault. And oftentimes when you lose PKs, people always think it's the goalkeeper. And I'm like, no, like, you did amazing. You've kept us in more than I don't know how many games I could count on my hand. So it's kind of me telling her, like, this is not on you, this is on us. We did an amazing job, like, not seeing it as just that one game. Like, there's so much finality behind the last game of the season, obviously, but it's important to look up and be grateful.
You guys, from the bottom of my heart, like, this is the best season I've, like, ever experienced with anyone, and, like, you guys brought me in with open arms, and you guys push me every day to be my best, and everything that, like, we've done this year, it's because of how we push each other and the love that we have for each other. So I always want you guys in my life, and thank you again, like, from the bottom of my heart. Couldn't have imagined a lot better last year.
Never forget how this feels, because this wouldn't feel this way if we didn't love each other as much as we do. So thank you as well.
SC on 3, 1, 2, 3, SC!
Coming back, taking another day and, like, really thinking about that game and thinking about the season, it was, how can I stop this from ever happening again. Like, I want to win the next 3 years I'm here because I never want to feel that again. And that's what this senior group showed me. That's what the coaching staff showed me from the second I got on campus. It was, we are here to win. Like, our standard is winning a national championship. So the next 3 years of my career, it's how can we get back to that Elite Eight game and how can I get that back? How can I make sure we don't go to PKs again and win the tournament as a whole?
When we ended the season with this group, we brought everybody together. Sometimes these things have to happen and we have to learn from it. Sugar always tells me like he thinks it's part of the path to the national championship. It's hard for me to move on after you lose so many players that you created bonds with over the past 3 years. We said when the alumni come back, we make sure that we make them very proud and that they see that their legacies lived on. All you can do is your best, and that's what we did. So I walk away from that season with no regrets and just a lot of pride in who we were.
I'd never been so close to a freshman class before, and it felt just refreshing. Like, the first thing I do when I come back, you guys want to go to the basketball game? Like, and it's just nice to connect like that, and that was pretty much all that I was like setting out to leave behind, like that connection where you could reach out to me if you need me, and I think that just leading by example, I saw Katie Park go up and take a PK and bury that thing. Better than me. I was sitting there like just impressed. I was like, yeah. So it's just nice to see those moments where freshmen step up and you leave space for them.
Spring is part of my favorite part of being a coach because you actually get to do more teaching and make sure that each player knows what she needs to do in each moment. When I watch this younger group, I'm extremely excited. You see all of the talent and you're thinking about what they could be and how you can help them get there. It's a huge, huge honor and to be able to look at the players that instilled belief in us. They want to come here because they feel like they can develop is a really good feeling and a huge testament to my staff. Like Sugar, Ahmad, Megan, Stephanie, everybody's just like tirelessly working to try to make the number one thing happen that players want is they want you to make them better. You have players that came to a program knowing that they might have to put in a little bit of time maybe behind some players, see what it takes to win and see what it means to be a Trojan, and also to have the motivation, the drive, and the fire, competitiveness, and little bits of flair to take us to the next level.
I think we're going to be so good because of what the staff's doing. So I'm super excited to have a home atmosphere and finally give USC a place where we can, as a team, put on a show and like bring people in and have that place where we can be celebrated, but we can also in turn reward the school in that stadium as well and say, thank you for building this. Let's go win another conference title. Let's go win a national title. Like, I think that stadium and the recruits are bringing in, like, we have the opportunity to win a national championship in those next 3 years and add a star while I'm still here, and that's my goal.
They've given us a stadium that's just unreal and it's best in class. We can't wait to score goals in there. We can't wait to celebrate. I think it's just gonna honestly like take us to the next level.
I will definitely be back. It's gonna be beautiful. It already looks like it's coming together perfectly, and I just like how many like lives it's gonna ultimately touch. There's something to be said about having loyalty to a place. I think that when you stick to one place, you not only call it home, but you learn and grow with the people around you, and you get to set roots, and you have a foundation. And, you know, even though it shakes and it gets hard sometimes, you learn the most from yourself in those moments. And I genuinely love USC from top to bottom, from the school to the sport. I think just leaving that feeling of like the fighting spirit, like going down 1-0, coming back 2-1. I think that's exactly what you leave. You don't necessarily need to leave words or lessons. Just kind of watch and see, you know?